Pitmaster here. This is a special Sensei UFC.
Special? Why?
Because I was there. I was there. This is a great UFC. It was UFC Brooklyn. Main event was Cejudo versus Dillashaw, which was a controversial ending to a very quick-paced fight. If you want to know the whole thing about how I feel about it and the whole card, go to my podcast, Pitmaster and the Doc. I'm going to talk about the whole fight. We're going to break it down. Right now I'm just going to go over some of the techniques from the fight. But we're on iTunes and SoundCloud, Pitmaster and the Doc. Okay. Now, I want to talk about a couple things. First of all, I had a fighter there, and his name is Glover Teixeira. He fought in the first fight of the main card, and he won by arm triangle, but he got caught in a precarious position. You know how we tell you guys that the ice blitz is so much safer in the street, especially in the street? If Glover would have got knocked out in this fight, okay, he would have got knocked out, the ref would have stopped it, he'd be fine. But these takedowns put you in these precarious positions, very dangerous and vulnerable positions. And if it's in the street and the guy knocks you out, there's no ref. They're not going to stop. They're going to keep pounding you until you're dead.
Yeah, there's no rule that you can't hit the back of the head in the streets.
There's no rule about the back of the head.
Hitting the back of the head.
They'll hit in the back of the head, the front of the head.
Neck, spine, everything.
So, this is okay. Now, he was going for a double leg takedown. It doesn't matter how, but he was ending up in a double leg position. So he's here now, right? And this is where if you're not going forward anymore, for whatever reason, maybe the guy got his hips back, or he's against a cage, or whatever the reason, it doesn't matter. The point is, if you're here and he's not on his back yet, you're in a vulnerable position. He got caught with some elbows that really hurt him. It ended up dazing him. But in the street, and you didn't get the guy down, you could be knocked out from one of these. You could be hammer blowed, you could be palm strike from here, or elbow. Your head could be pushed all the way down to the ground. It's just not a good position for the street, especially. In the cage, they have to do that back and forth, and they put themselves at that risk, but there's a referee there and a soft mat, and it's safer. So the ice blitz, which we've talked about a couple times prior to this, and you can all you gotta do is search ice blitz on my channel, or sign up for the Pit Online Dojo, and you'll get it all the time. The ice blitz is much safer way, because if I'm doing the ice blitz, boom, and it doesn't work, I just let go and keep punching. But if he was in this position here, you can't punch from down here. So if I sprawled out of the way, he can't attack me at all. I could do all kind of things, even to his spine. I could drop elbows. 12 to 6 elbows are legal in the street.
Everything.
I could come right down on his spinal cord, or even the base of the skull right here, and do some severe damage.
Imagine if they got knocked out.
Yeah.
Or they wake up.
You wake up in a nursing home with a tracheostomy. Do not do that. So ice blitz is much safer. Or even a body lock. Like if I came in, boom, and I was here, boom, I do the takedown. But we're equal, so I could still be fighting. Once you go for a low single or a double leg, you are very vulnerable. Remember that, okay?
They do work. Double legs do work in single legs, but
they work great. They work great when they work.
Sometimes it's hard to finish the takedown.
Yeah, and you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position. So if you're an Olympic level wrestler, or you wrestled from the time you were like 5 years old all the way through college, and you made NCAA and stuff like that, yeah, going for the double. But if you're in the street and you took a seminar, or you're taking a class, you just learned a double and you're not expert with it, that is not the time to do it, guys, in the street, because they'll get you killed, okay? So with that said, let's move on to the next technique of UFC Brooklyn. It was so cold over there. It went from like 20 degrees all the way to like -20 in the time we were there, depending on where we were.
That's cold.
That was cold, I'm telling you. But anyway, the second one was the Cerrone against Alex Hernandez fight. When you're blocking a head kick, guys, block the head kick. If your hand is right here and I'm throwing a head kick, you know, it's just like you're hitting yourself. You're knocking yourself out. You're not blocking. This is not blocking a head kick, guys. You need to create some distance and cushion between your head, your noggin, your computer, and the guy's baseball bat. Okay, if you try to just put one hand, which is against your face, I don't know why you would try to block that, between you and the baseball bat, you're going to sleep. So a couple options you might think of is make sure your chin is always down and your shoulders are already up. I like this a lot, okay, because when the kick comes this way, I can push against it, okay? Some people use two hands to block the head kick. I prefer one hand, but I want it away. So I want it from here, and then I want to be pushing down. Another thing that's very important, he went towards the kick, like he went down.
Like he was maybe expecting a body kick.
Yeah, so he was like going down towards it. Maybe he just wanted to grab it. I don't know what he wanted, but he got hurt. One thing you want to do when a kick's coming, instead of going towards the kick, because then you're like the ball going towards the bat. You want to go towards your opponent because that takes some of the torque off of the kick. Like if he's kicking me and I'm blocking and moving forward, it takes a lot of that power away.
Crowds me.
Yeah, because imagine if you're swinging a baseball bat, you want to hit it. Yeah, if the ball is right there near the grip, it doesn't go as far. It wants to go towards the end of the bat. And the same thing is true for your kicks, especially your roundhouse kicks. You want it to go at the end of your shin or even your foot. You don't want you don't want to kick with the top of your shin because it doesn't have as much power. So those were my two lessons for you today from UFC Brooklyn. All right, that's our lessons. I hope you guys like it. Please comment, please share, please subscribe, and if there's anything you guys want to see, Vato and I'll show it to you.
Make sure you check out the Pitmaster Doc podcast. He's going to break down UFC Fight Night on ESPN, first one, Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's the first one. Pitmaster and the Doc, check that out.
You were on ESPN.
I'm going to be on ESPN.
You were on ESPN.
Wow. Get that. I was on ESPN. Now I'm here with you guys. Thanks for coming, guys.